proceed, let's track some news from the US now, where as per reports, the Justice Department is investigating Minnesota officials, including Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, over an alleged conspiracy to impede federal immigration agents. An extraordinary escalation in the Trump administration's clash with Democratic leaders there. Reports also suggest that subpoenas are likely to be issued in the probe. Nearly 3,000 federal immigration agents have been dispatched to Minneapolis with the stated objective of arresting people suspected of being in the US illegally and probing allegations of fraud in Minnesota. Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security has called the massive deployment the largest operation in its history. The large-scale presence of federal agents has triggered widespread local backlash, sparking protests and clashes, especially after the killing of Minnesota resident Renee Good by an ICE officer. Walz and Frey, both Democrats, have vocally denounced the federal deployment to the Twin Cities, accusing federal agents of creating chaos and undermining public safety through aggressive tactics. Let's listen in to what Walz said.
Minnesotans have made it clear time and again they expect transparency through this process where a police officer uses deadly force. I don't have a predetermined notion. Yes, I saw the video. Yes, I saw that. But a thorough investigation will see what happened before that. It will take all factors in, and it will come up with a fair and just conclusion. And we will accept that. Very, very difficult for Minnesotans to think in any way this is going to be fair.
All right, I request Andrew to join me back in the discussion here. Andrew, what does this really speak about the federal-state relation in the U.S. Going ahead under Trump?
Well, it's not uncommon for the federal and state authorities to be at loggerheads. And it's not perhaps terribly surprising that Governor Walz and Mayor Frey have both sided with their base in the state of Minnesota, in the city of Minneapolis, which is very much opposed to these ICE operations. It's very much a grassroots opposition, and it's very deep and wide. It's no surprise that they would side with that constituency. But there's a question when advocacy sort of slips into impeding federal law enforcement. And that's what the Justice Department is going to be looking into. Are the comments and actions of Mayor Frey and Governor Walz, did they cross that line? And did they become agents working to impede federal law enforcement, not merely advocate for the residents of their state and their city? And that's something, to use Governor Walz's own words of a moment ago, accountability is at play here and at issue here. And we don't know exactly how this will turn out. The Department of Justice will conduct an investigation. It has written up subpoenas. It may deliver them and issue them. And that's all at one level just about normal state-federal government relations. But the concern is that the Trump administration has weaponized that normal way of doing business between the federal government and state governments. And it's weaponized it for partisan political reasons, and it's weaponized it in ways that are perhaps unprecedented. So this will unfold as it does, and we will get some clarity going forward. But for now, it's quite concerning in terms of American federalism.
All right, sure. As far as Walz and the mayor are concerned, what do you think is next?
Well, they're going to continue advocating for the various populations of undocumented migrants in the state and in Mayor Frey's city, Minneapolis. And the Trump administration is going to continue its pressure. It's going to probably have these subpoenas delivered, and it's going to conduct an investigation. And then it depends on what that investigation reveals. If it is the case that the line has been crossed, not advocacy, but impeding federal law enforcement, then it's going to go, probably it will have to go certainly up the federal court system, maybe even as far as the Supreme Court, to determine who's at fault. And then it's unclear what kind of, if the governor and the mayor are found, quote unquote, guilty in all of this, it remains to be seen what kind of penalties could be imposed, because again, we're in the realm of federalism, where does state prerogatives and rights begin and end, and when the federal government prerogatives and rights begin and end. There's a gray zone in between those two, and that's going to be where this battle is fought out.
All right, Andrew, then thanks very much for joining me in this discussion and helping us with your perspective.